Apple overhauled the home screen in iOS 18, introducing changes that allow for more customization and personalization. You can put icons where you want, give them colors, change their size, hide apps, and swap out your lock screen buttons. In this video, I'll highlight the changes so you can set up your home and lock screen to your liking. Welcome to Ellen's Tips for iOS, where I help seniors master their iPhones and iPads. If you find the video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. With iOS 17, if you added a new app to your home screen, it would automatically go to the open slot in the grid. In iOS 18, you have the option of where to put it. You can have icon-size spaces between apps, full empty columns, and full empty rows. There is an invisible grid limitation that prevents you from placing icons and widgets with uneven spacing, so be aware of that. Here's how to move your icons. Go ahead and long press on the screen on your app page to enter into jiggle mode. Move the app to the desired location. So if I want to separate these apps, I can just grab the password app and move it down. I can move the FCC app there. I can move the camera down below. And as you can see, I can leave a space in between the FCC speed test and the password app. Once you have everything configured the way you want, go ahead and tap on Done. You can make your app icons larger in iOS 18 by removing the app names. Removing app names opens the area for a larger icon and folder size. Changing the app size does not change the number of apps that are visible. It removes the text and then uses that empty space. With larger icons, you still get the maximum of 6 icon rows with 4 icons. This is the same as with the names turned on. To change the icon size, you're going to do the same thing. Long press on the screen until the apps start to jiggle. Go ahead and tap Edit in the upper left-hand corner. Now select Customize. You can choose small or large, and so if you choose small, you'll see that the names are turned on. If I choose large, you'll see that the names are off now, and then once this setting is in place, it's universal. So you're unable to have small icons on one page and large icons on another. So that's how you can change your app sizes from small to large and remove the app names. You can customize the size of the widgets directly from the home screen without going into the customization options. Widgets now have a rounded bar corner, which you can then drag to make them larger or smaller. Here's how to do that. So if I push and hold on the home screen and come into jiggle mode, you'll see that rounded bar corner on the widgets. And let's take a look at the battery widget. Right now you're seeing 4 icons, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. If I drag to the right using that corner bar with my finger, now you'll see that I have 4 icons across a larger part of the screen. I can also choose to drag the bar down, and you'll see now I have 4 icons listed with 2 additional that I can use. If I want to take it back, I can just drag that bar all the way over so that I'm back to the original setting. So that's how you can change your widgets using the corner bar. Widgets are added in the same way. You would tap on Edit at the top of the screen, tap Add Widget, and go from there. In iOS 18, Apple's built-in apps have both light and dark color options. You can turn on dark icon independently, so you can leave light mode on while using the dark icon option. To go along with the dark mode icons, Apple introduced a toggle that makes your wallpaper darker. Here's how to change your icon and wallpaper color. If I push and hold on the home screen, I'll tap Edit in the upper left corner. I'll select Customize, and now I have the options to select Automatic, Dark, Light, or Tinted. I'm going to go ahead and choose Dark, and then you'll see there's this little toggle, switch here that looks like a sun. If I push on it, you'll see that the background of the wallpaper becomes lighter, but the icons still remain dark. So the wallpaper option makes your chosen wallpaper a bit darker in color, dimming bright shades when it's enabled. I can disable it easily by just tapping on it, and the background becomes lighter again. Tinted changes the shades of all of your icon. You cannot change the colors individually. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on Tinted, and you'll see that the icons become tinted. You can use the eyedropper to choose a color from your wallpaper if you want, or you can use the two bars to tweak the hue and the saturation. This is a universal setting. Tinting affects your app pages, home screen, and even the app library. So to change the tint, we've long pressed on the home screen, we tapped Edit, we selected Customize, and tapped Tinted. And now I can use the sliders to change the tint to the ideal color that I want. And then to turn tint off, all you need to do is tap on one of the other settings. So if I tap on dark, it's going to take the tinting away and bring me back to the standard icons. Not much has changed as Apple updated the lock screen in iOS 17, but here are a few updates worth looking at. There's a new rainbow color that changes the shade of the clock to a rainbow. And above the time, you can add a new journal widget that presents a journaling prompt and opens the app when you tap on it. So let me show you that. So to access, I'm in the lock screen, as you can see. To access the editing mode, I'm going to push and hold on it. I'm going to tap on Customize. And I want to customize the lock screen, so I'm going to choose the lock screen. And if I tap up the clock, you'll see that there's a rainbow icon here. If I tap on the color, it changes it to a rainbow. But this particular screen looks better with a white clock, so I'm going to put it back to that. If I tap on the date up above, I can scroll down and I can use the journal app. So let me find that. There it is. And now you'll see the day and the date. And then you'll see a prompt that if I tap into that prompt, let me go ahead and tap on Done. And if I tap into that prompt on the lock screen, it'll automatically open the journal app where I can go ahead and create a new journal entry. Let's talk about quick buttons. For the first time, you can change the flashlight and camera icons on the lock screen, choosing something more useful or turning them off entirely. You can choose any of the control center icons. If those icons use Face ID, you may need to authenticate them before you access. Apple is also allowing third-party apps to add control center icons, so those will be available as well. So to change your quick buttons on the lock screen, we'll push and hold on the lock screen, we'll tap Customize, we'll tap on the lock screen. And here, if I want to change one of the quick buttons, let's say I want to change the camera quick button, I tap on the minus sign so that the camera icon disappears. I tap on the plus sign, and this time I'll go ahead and choose Calculator. And now the calculator is my quick button. And say I only want the calculator. If I tap on the minus sign over above the flashlight, I can take it away. And when I'm finished, I can go ahead and tap on done. And then I'm going to tap on the lock screen to bring it up again. And so if I want to access the calculator, I can go ahead and just tap on it and it should open. I'm going to swipe down from the top to come back into the lock screen, and you'll see that the quick button for the flashlight is no longer there. So here you can do some customizations of some of the control center icons that maybe are more to your liking on your lock screen. There are 4 new iOS 18 wallpaper options in pink, yellow, azure, and purple with matching darker colored swoops. So to access them, push and hold on the lock screen, tap on the plus button. That's the easiest way to see them. And then scroll down until you see iOS 18, and you'll find these new wallpapers. And if you want to, use one, go ahead and tap on it, and then you can adjust the settings. You can do whatever you want to do with them, change the quick buttons. And then once you're finished, you can go ahead and tap on Add and set as wallpaper pair. I'm going to do that. And now that becomes the new wallpaper. As you can see in iOS 18, Apple has introduced a range of customization options that allow you to truly make your home and lock screens your own. From rearranging icons and adjusting their size to changing widget layouts and lock screen buttons, the possibilities are endless. I hope this walkthrough helps you get the most out of these new features. Don't forget to explore the new wallpapers and experiment with the icon tints for even more personalization. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.